2023 has seen its fair share of total hits and massive flops in the world of gaming. But now with the year drawing to a close, what can fans expect in 2024? Here's 20 of the most anticipated games that are due to release at some point in 2024. Here we go. In 20th place we have John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. This cooperative first-person shooter sees you assume the role of one of the Toxic Commandos as they take on the sludge god that has proceeded to turn the soil of the world into scum and the living into the undead. This one's dripping with 80s nostalgia and promises some great zombie killing action, so it's definitely one to look out for. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is out at some point in 2024 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. In 19th we have Greedfall 2 The Dying World. This sequel to the acclaimed Greedfall offers up even more RPG action. You play as a character who has been uprooted from the island where they were born. As such, you'll need to explore the old continent, take on enemies, and find your freedom. Greedfall 2 The Dying World will be out sometime in 2024 and available on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. At number 18 is Tekken 8. All your favorite fighters are back in an all-new saga with all-new graphics and smoother fighting mechanics. Yep, Yoshimitsu, Jin, Xiaoyu, Paul, Hwoarang, Brian and more are all gearing up for the ultimate fight that's set to feature destructible stages, a new battle system called Heat, and some truly epic poses. Can't wait for this one. Tekken 8 is out on January 26, 2024 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. In 17th is Dustborn. This one is a rhythm action game where you play packs and use the power of words to your advantage. And by that I don't just mean in conversation, but in combat as well. In Dustborn you'll get to use shouts and have the ability to craft new words that you can wield against both your friends and enemies. All in all, this looks like a really unique game with some interesting mechanics. Dustborn will release in early 2024 and be available on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. And coming in at number 16 is Alone in the Dark. This is actually a full reimagining of the classic Alone in the Dark from 1992 and allows you to play as either Edward Carnby or Emily Hartwood as you solve puzzles, fight against monsters, and do your very best to find out what terrible evil is afoot in Derceto Manor. For long-time fans of the franchise, this is one you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Alone in the Dark comes out on January 16th, 2024 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. In 15th is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Yes, this is indeed a remaster of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon that was released for the 3DS in 2013. Players will once again get to play as Luigi as he searches for his dear brother Mario. There'll be plenty of levels to traverse and lots of little ghosties to stun and capture using your trusty strobe bulb. This should be a lot of fun for fans of the original games and even those who are new to the series. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD will release in summer 2024 and be available on the Nintendo Switch. At number 14 is Palworld. What do you get when you cross Pokemon with Animal Crossing and The Legend of Zelda? Seemingly Palworld. In this open-world multiplayer survival crafting game, you'll get to befriend creatures known as pals, engage in battles, farm, and even work in factories? Wasn't expecting that last one. In any case, Palworld looks like a lot of fun and something that gamers of all ages should enjoy. Palworld will be out in January 2024 and available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. In 13th place is Little Nightmares 3. I have to admit, this is a really gorgeous game and is set to be one of the scariest and most memorable in the franchise. In Little Nightmares 3, you'll get to follow Lo and Alone as they try their best to find their way out of the nowhere. For the first time, you'll be able to experience Little Nightmares with a friend in online co-op or with an AR companion. I have a feeling this one is going to be a real treat, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for it. Little Nightmares 3 is out sometime in 2024 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Coming in 12th is Avowed. Set in the fictional world of Eora, Avowed is a first-person fantasy RPG where you take on the role of the envoy of Adia who has been sent to investigate rumors of a terrible plague that is spreading. Avowed promises some intense combat, plenty of exploration, and I'd imagine a fair share of puzzle solving. Oh, and some awesome magic, of course. Avowed will be released at a yet-to-be-determined date in 2024 and available on Xbox and PC. And at number 11 is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is supposed to be a reimagining of Final Fantasy VII from 1997 and a direct continuation of where Intergrade left off. But good news, whether you played the original or not, Rebirth is designed so that you can enjoy it regardless. Not much is known about the story as yet, but expect some dazzling combat and an expansive world to explore as you play as Cloud and even the mighty Sephiroth. Damn! Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is out on February 29th, 2024 and will be exclusive to the PS5 for at least 3 months. PlayStation owners rejoice! In 10th place is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Following on from the events of Yakuza Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth stars Ichiban Kasuga and Kazuma Kiryu, who both serve as the game's protagonists. However, Kasuga is actually the main character from beginning to end, while Kiryu largely plays a supporting role. Needless to say, there's plenty of brawling, insane characters, and a beautifully immersive environment to explore. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth will be released on January 26, 2024 and available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. At number 9 is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Oh man, who doesn't love Prince of Persia? This is a 2.5D side-scrolling action platformer in which you play Sargon, who belongs to a warrior clan known as the Immortals. This is actually the first major installment in the Prince of Persia franchise since 2010's Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. So if you aren't feeling the hype yet, I just don't know. This one looks like a ton of fun and something both old and new fans alike will love. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown releases on January 18th, 2024 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Okay, so in 8th we have MultiVersus, which might confuse some of you a little. The game was actually taken offline on June 25th, 2023, but the good news is that this crossover brawler featuring characters from the Warner Bros. Universe will be coming back in 2024, ostensibly with a few much needed tweaks and improvements to the content. The game was an open beta, but, much to the surprise of its fans, was removed from circulation earlier in 2023. While this definitely sucks, it'll be great to see what Player First Games has to offer when the game returns in 2024. MultiVersus will re-release in early 2024 and be available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Coming in at number 7 is Persona 3 Reload. You probably already guessed, but this is indeed a remake of Persona 3 from 2006. Simply put, fans will soon be able to experience all of the RPG goodness they've come to expect from the Persona franchise, but now with all new graphics, enhanced gameplay mechanics, and Persona's signature stylish UI. There's little doubt that the original Persona 3 is a solid gold hit, so this reimagining should be just as good as its source material. Persona 3 Reload is out on February 2nd, 2023 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. In 6th place is The Wolf Among Us 2. If you're a lover of graphic novels, neo-noir, and fairy tales, then this is the game you're looking for. You probably worked it out from the game's title, but this is a sequel that takes place 6 months after the events of 2013's The Wolf Among Us. Players will once again take on the role of Bigby, formerly the Big Bad Wolf, and Sheriff of Fabletown as he attempts to solve another mystery filled with lies and deceit. The Wolf Among Us 2 is due to be released at some point in 2024 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Mac. At number 5 is S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chornobyl. After the second massive explosion that occurred in 2006, the exclusion zone around Chornobyl has changed in a massive way. Players will once again don the boots of a stalker as they join up with and face off against various factions, encounter deadly anomalies, and deal with the mutated horrors the cursed world has to offer. I'm a massive S.T.A.L.K.E.R fan, so I'm really looking forward to this one. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chornobyl comes out in Q1 of 2024 and will be available on Xbox and PC. In 4th is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Oh boy. So in this game you play as one of the 4 members of the Suicide Squad, namely Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, or King Shark, as they attempt to kill the various members of the Justice League who have been brainwashed by Brainiac. Sheesh, good luck dealing with Batman and Superman, yo. This is one game we've been anticipating for quite some time, so here's hoping it lives up to all the hype. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be released on February 2nd, 2024 and available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. In 3rd is Tomb Raider Remastered. Whether you played the original Tomb Raider games or not, you're in for a real treat, because this is actually a remaster of not just the first Tomb Raider, but Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. Amazingly, players will be able to choose between a smoother modern aesthetic or switch to the old school graphics that featured as part of the original games. Tomb Raider is an absolute classic, and it's really great that the first 3 games are getting a new lease on life. Tomb Raider Remastered comes out on February 14th, 2024, just in time for all you lovebirds, and also Lara Croft's birthday, and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch. In 2nd place is Frostpunk 2. In this sequel to the original Frostpunk from 2018, players will need to build their city in the Frostland 3 decades after the Great Storm. Everything here is about careful resource management, creating districts that serve different purposes, and doing your best to keep the ambitions of various rival factions in check. The original Frostpunk did very well and has received rave reviews over the years, so this sequel should be a very worthy one indeed. Frostpunk 2 doesn't have a confirmed release date yet, but will be out at some point in 2024 and available on PC only. Sorry, console fans. And finally, in 1st place is the much anticipated Star Wars Outlaws. Yes, it's another Star Wars game, but instead of taking on the role of a Jedi Knight or a Sith Lord, you'll play Kay Vess, a scoundrel and smuggler looking for a way to find the freedom she so desperately craves. With the help of her trusted companion Nyx, Kay will take on daring missions as she infiltrates secret locations, steals some valuable cargo, and gets into more than a few firefights with crime syndicates and even the Empire itself. There's still plenty due to be announced for 2024, but right now, there's pretty much no game that's more eagerly awaited than this one. Star Wars Outlaws should be out sometime in 2024 and will be available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So there you go, that's the 20 most hyped games of 2024. What did you think of this list? And which game are you most looking forward to in 2024? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily gaming lore, analyses, opinions, and more. From me and the crew, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later!